He made Rick think hard how many scientists, employees, and government workers will lose their jobs because of this. How many hospitals and medical schools will go belly up? Rick was pondering, feeling that natural selection was in play. Those who deserve to be weeded out, Wolf Grandpa asked, what if humans were disease-free? What would the world look like? Rick didn't quite get it, and Wolf Grandpa explained when humans no longer fear death or disease. The cost of crime would near zero, exposing humanity's darker nature, leading to rapid chaos, once unevenly distributed. War is imminent. Sometimes, he wakes up from a hangover feeling miserable. This is natural balance. Is Rick challenging nature to take God's throne? After Wolf Grandpa finished speaking, Rick wanted to argue a bit more, but then Wolf Grandpa casually dropped the bomb. You're fired. Xiao got home to find a lifeless body. Wendy, flustered, exclaimed, my bad, I'm still alive. Xiao wanted to explain the mushroom issue, but Wendy ignored it. He came for Socrates and suggested no more contact. Xiao chased after him. Wendy, jumping in the car, said, Wolf Grandpa won't let that drug appear. Bet if you doubt it. Xiao shivered in the cold. As Wendy's car vanished down the road, the next day, his words rang true. Xiao arrived at the office to find the lab cleared out. The secretary said the Blue Angel project was scrapped. Xiao, disbelief, flung open the boss door. Rick was absent, office emptied. Secretary handed a box, saying Wolf Grandpa had just announced. Xiao was also fired. Blackie and Sister Saw chased them all the way to the morgue. They discovered Wendy's body was missing. They checked the security footage and saw their colleague, Mushroom Girl, driving away. She was taking Wendy somewhere. Looking at the kid in the back seat, Wendy suddenly saw a little mud man appear and vanish in a blink. Meanwhile, Wolf Grandpa finished his usual checkup and was planning to hit the golf course when his personal doctor said, Boss, prepare yourself. I have bad news. Wolf Grandpa asked the doctor to speak up. Not a terminal illness, right? The doctor replied, wise as ever, boss. As night fell, Xiao packed up and exited the company. A car followed her, and the driver, Rick, waved her over, urging Xiao to hop, and quickly he had a brilliant plan up. Meanwhile, Mushroom Girl's car entered the forest, where blinding light hit, making Wendy squint. When the light faded, Wendy saw Benny approaching. Previously, he and Xiao lived with mushrooms in this very forest. Benny was their neighbor. Wendy got out of the car and was surprised to see the forest had completely transformed. Not only greenhouses, but top experts had arrived. That woman must be behind it. Dygod proudly said Mushroom Girl was his student. Wendy felt trapped. No wonder she aided his escape. Dygod mentioned he grew mushrooms for fame, but the benefits of his mushrooms were for all humankind. He dedicated his life to science and offered to partner with Wendy if he was interested. The groundwork was all set. Everything was ready. After careful consideration, Wendy revealed the secret to cultivating blue angels. Socrates. Dygod suddenly realized that blue angels originated from the valleys of Peru, home to many Peruvian turtles. Now that's the most natural. No wonder Wendy was always wrapped up with turtles. He should have figured this out ages ago. Time flew by, and more than a month passed with Blackie and Sister Saw following the clues. They tracked down Wendy's half-brother, who was raising a bunch of protected animals. They thought about reporting, but Wendy's brother immediately shut. He admitted his brother visited a few days ago, buying lots of feed. No idea where he went. They discussed further. Sister Saw wanted to report that Wendy was still alive, thinking it might earn them a promotion, but Blackie shot down the idea right away. After observing for so long, Wendy wasn't a drug lord or bad egg. Higher up seemed keen on covering it up. Definitely a hidden secret. Sister Saw thought Blackie was naive. Who pays them? Blackie replied, taxpayers. So they needed to get to the bottom of this. They ended up arguing and parting ways after years of partnership. Over the past month, Rick started a new firm. Xiao brought a few samples, and they hadn't found artificial cultivation yet. The old man's condition worsened. The doctor told him straightforwardly to eat and drink as he pleased, and spend more time with family. When you have time, think of a cool slogan. Every time the old man stood up to angrily shout, I'm looking for a treatment plan, not end-of-life care. The doctor said, your illness is incurable. Far in the deep mountains, the Blue Angel base was thriving, drawing more patients. Long lines formed daily, but Wendy had just one turtle limiting breeding. They had to turn away some patients. Wendy couldn't comprehend it. He diligently cultivated mushrooms and shared freely, yet still faced criticism. To solve the production issue, Wendy called his brother to smuggle Peruvian turtles. While talking, he saw the little white mud man again. Wendy entered the cultivation room, sorted in making medicine with mushrooms, and rushed to stop him as he scooped them. After waking up, Wendy shouted, there aren't enough mushrooms right now, and this is still in clinical trials. We need to figure out the side effects. Yes, Dijon felt Wendy overreacted. Wendy asked him to slow down. I ate mushrooms too, side effects worsen. I've eaten mushrooms, he insisted, 4 times. I've eaten mushrooms, repeated 8 times. That evening, Wolf Grandpa called Rick, wanting to discuss the Blue Angels. Do you still have any samples left?